Alright, I recorded a video, but the microphone was not working. Now it is. Let's do take 2. You guys have the story outline assignment where I ask for some key things in the beginning, middle, and end. These are all the plot and character movements of, who's opposing who and how do they escalate the conflict until it gets to a climax. Next, we're going to write the story. Okay, I had planned to do one assignment that's like, oh, write the first paragraph, and then we'll critique that, and then we'll do a first draft. But a lot of people have already written the first paragraph, or they say they're ready for the first draft, and I don't want to slow us down. So I'm just going to post the first draft, and you're going to have 3 types of criteria. The first is going to be these. It's going to be, well, you got to make sure you tell me what the character wants, and we see them try like small things to get in that direction. Of course, it's going to fail and they'll have to get a bigger conflict, but you have to start with something. And that's harder than it sounds. Yesterday I was reading a story from one of my other classes, and it was about a character who was kind of unsure of what the truth was. They had some psychological conflict, but it wasn't clear enough because we didn't really know what they were trying to do in the moment. And they always should, okay? Example of a story with multiple personalities. One that, when I was a kid, influenced a bunch of others, and we saw movies that copied off this for years, was Fight Club. Fight Club, whether you're looking at the book or the movie, they both start out where the character says, I can't sleep. I need to go to a doctor and go to support groups so I can find a way to sleep. And that is very clear and very simple. We know exactly what he's trying to do, even when things get weird and reality is swirling around. Later, his goals change, and by the end, he's forgotten all about that. But we got to start with something. So make sure you have that stuff. The second category for the first draft is going to be all the things that are missing from an outline. The description. When you're writing your characters, you probably want to tell us what they look like, or what they feel like, or what kind of accent they have, or what kind of family history they have, or if it's a fantasy story, maybe you tell us about what kind of elf they are, or whatever. It depends on what you need and what your tone is, but there's going to be some description of the place and people. There's also going to be some dialogue and other things like that in that second category of stuff that happens when you write it out for real. And then the third category is very simple. It's just length. We want to get your story up to a certain minimum length so we have enough to work with. And you can go way past this, and a lot of people will, but I'm going to say as a nice round number, you should have minimum 1,000 words, which is like 3 pages, although it depends on how you do spacing and font and all of that. But a lot of you will go longer, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to end the video now, keep it nice and short, and give you guys time to work, but I'll post a more detailed assignment with the categories and what you need for each. Thanks.